Live in Western Oregon, this is NBC 16 News at 5:30.
If you hear only one thing today, hear this. Please pay attention to the directions from firefighters, local officials, and emergency responders. If you are asked to evacuate, do so immediately.
Oregon Governor Kate Brown is urging people to keep close tabs on the wildfires. And if an evacuation is ordered in your area, do not hesitate. She says level 3 evacuation notices are not just suggestions. They mean a wildfire is hitting your home and you need to get out now. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Mazer. Our NBC 16 live team coverage on wildfires across Western Oregon continues tonight. So here's what we know so far about the Holiday Farm fire. It's now 105,000 acres and still 0% contained. That's 4 times the size of Eugene. There are about 200 firefighters working to contain the fire. Fire officials say there is severe damage to Blue River.
We saw and heard sirens and things like that, so it was time to go.
In the dark, following emergency lights through clouds of blowing smoke, residents left their home to flee the Holiday Farm fire, some seeking shelter from the Red Cross and getting food and supplies from community donations. NBC 16 is on your side with team coverage on wildfires around Western Oregon. Our Alan Matthews is standing by in the Weather Center tracking down air quality conditions. Keely McCormick is at the Lane Events Center with information on where people can take their animals if they need to evacuate. Our David Ochoa is in Roseburg at the Douglas County Fairgrounds, that location serving as a shelter for people and animals. But we are starting tonight with Lauren Negretti, who is live at the evacuation center at Silky Field in Springfield. Lauren, you spoke with several families and fire officials today. Now the fire continues to grow, still at 0% containment. What's the next step?
Jacqueline, I spoke to evacuees who are just going through one of the worst things they could possibly imagine, but who are also overwhelmed by the community support. We actually outgrew that Thurston evacuation point. That's why we're here at Silky Field over near Springfield High School. You can see behind me just the donation cars coming in. Well, as far as the fire officials tell us that the fire is moving west-northwest, but they have 200 firefighters for an effort that needs 1,500. They're using tactics like bump and run firefighting, going structure to structure to stop that fire from burning those homes and communities. However, there is not enough staff for an adequate count of what's being saved.
Comments, some say it's gone, others say it's still there. It's just not knowing. It's hard.
Fire officials say they have been able to save parts of Vida, but given the red flag conditions, not much is certain. Visibility remains an issue with the smoke, preventing the use of aircraft. So far, officials say there's been no loss of life, but nothing is guaranteed just with the danger of those smokes, of those flames, and how fast they've been moving. Officials urge you, follow those evacuation orders and check the county's website and the county sheriff's office for all those updates. Jacqueline, back to you in the studio.
All right, Lauren, thanks for that report again tonight. Now to evacuation orders across Lane County. The red areas on this map are level 3 go now evacuation orders. From the intersection of Thurston Road and Highway 126 to the McKenzie Ranger Station, including all roads to the north and south of the highway, the Mohawk Valley north of the McKenzie River, including areas around Marcola Road, Wendling Road, Upper Camp Creek and Camp Creek roads, and to the north in the Calapooya and Brush Creek areas near Sweet Home. Level 2 beset notices, those yellow areas on the map, include the area west of Hill Road off Marcola Road and the McKenzie Ranger Station to the Santiam Junction. Under Level 1 beset notices tonight, those areas in green, including the Thurston area of Springfield from Bob Straub Road and Jasper Road east to Thurston Road at the Highway 126 intersection, as well as the Fall Creek, Winberry, and Lowell areas, and the Crawfordsville area to the north near Sweet Home. Moving to the latest information on shelters, the Thurston High School Evacuation Center has moved to Silky Field at Springfield High School. That's where we just checked in with our Lauren Negretti. Those who evacuated east are encouraged to head toward the Deschutes County Fairgrounds in Redmond. Also, Willamette is opening the Bob Kiefer Center and Willamette Adult Activity Center as temporary rescue shelters for people who have been evacuated or lost power. Now there's more smoke and heat day use. Respite centers open today. That includes the Lane County Event Center in Eugene and the New Hope Baptist Church in Cresswell. Those centers closing at 8 o'clock tonight. Now here's the number to a non-emergency call center if you're being affected by the Mackenzie fire. That number on your screen, 541-682-3977. The call center is open until 10 o'clock. Well, turning into our Alan Matthews now for a closer look at our weather. Alan, we're experiencing, as you know, a bunch of fires out there.
Yes.
And the wind, is it helping? Is it not?
Well, at least we have some good news there because it looks like our winds are starting to die down, at least for our area. So we've got the red flag warning. That's in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. That covering the Eugene area. And again, a big factor in those red flag warnings, it's basically your wind speeds, the warm temperatures, and the low humidities. We're still battling the low humidity levels, though, unfortunately. And then a red flag warning is going to be in effect for the Roseburg area tomorrow. That will be from 2 until 8 o'clock. Now, talking about those wind speeds, and again, we showed you this in the last half hour, but they have actually dropped below double digits, and we're not quite seeing the gusts out there, so there's some positive news there, but our relative humidity levels still very low, under 20% here in Eugene at 18%, 28% in Junction City. And talking about the size of the Holiday Farm fire, we've been talking about how large this fire, over 100,000 acres, and that is 4 times the city of Eugene. So there's Eugene right there in the green. We span that out to 4. And yeah, that's the size of the Holiday Farm fire. So again, we'll be keeping an eye on that. And of course, we'll give you more of the weather details as we are seeing a little bit more of a change as we get toward the weekend. Jacqueline? All
right, thanks, Alan. That visual says it all. Well, like most of the state, Douglas County has been hit hard by the wildfires as well. The Douglas County Fairgrounds has turned into a Red Cross evacuation center. NBC 16's David Ochoa joins us from Roseburg now. David, what's the latest in Douglas County tonight?
Well, Jacqueline, the Star Mountain fire and the Archie Creek fires that both started yesterday have merged together, and now they're just being called the Archie Creek fire. It burned about 72,000 acres in its first 12 hours, and Douglas County officials are using their resources to help those affected by it.
Douglas County commissioners moved quickly, opening the fairground for those displaced by the fires. They're taking people and animals.
We have an RV park. We have RV overflow parking also. We have horse stalls, and we're also taking small animals, cats, dogs, things like that for people.
The fairgrounds will be hosting people who have been evacuated for as long as it's needed, and they're open to help 24/7.
Bring your animals down. Don't bother calling the fairgrounds or call anybody. Just come in, drive through the gate. The horse stalls and small animal cages are all unlocked.
The Red Cross has set up a shelter and is providing resources for those who have been evacuated.
We are setting the cots quite far apart, and we are also able to use draperies to separate each cot environment so that there's privacy and also to help with the COVID restrictions.
They have 43 people registered to stay at the shelter and have room for 100.
They register with us just so that we have a head count, and we try to keep track of where people are. They can come and go, they can go to work. We just kind of want to keep an idea of how many people we're serving.
In order to use this shelter, your area needs to have received a level 2 or 3 evacuation order. Reporting in Douglas County, I'm David Ochoa. Back to you, Jacqueline.
All right, David, thanks for that report. Now, we're also following evacuation orders in Douglas County. Here are the level 3 go now notices. All homes from Gassy Creek to the end of Nonpareil Road, all of Idlewild Park and Glide down to Highway 138 East, and Little River Road from New Bridge Road to 138. Just west of Glide, Single Tree Lane, North Bank Road, and River Shore Drive, all of Lone Rock Road, South Lone Rock, and Bar L Ranch Road, all the homes on Moore Hill Lane and the Bogus Creek Campground, and finally, all the homes and cabins around Diamond Lake. Here are the level 2 be set notices. Everyone between Bonanza Mine and Fraser Canyon, North Bank Road near Glide going west to Anderson Lane, and everything in between. And on the south side of Nonpareil Road east to Banks Creek, the rest of the county is under a level 1 be ready notice. Now, the ashy air is also affecting pets and animals, turning the Lane County Vet Center into a shelter to keep them safe too. NBC 16's Keely McCormick joins us live outside the Lane County Event Center. Now, Keely, where are people asked to bring their pets?
Yeah, there are several locations in Lane County that are taking animals in. Lane Event Center is one of those safe spots, along with Oregon Horse Center. Now, I went in and checked over at Green Hill, where one woman is keeping all 6 of her cats.
Katie Lively is unsure if her home is still standing.
but at least she knows her cats are safe.
It just gave me so much reassurance to know that they were being so well cared for by some of the most amazing animal advocates in this community.
Lively said it was a quick turnaround to gather essentials and get out.
From thinking everything was fine first thing in the morning to boarding our cats here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Carrie Lieberman, the executive director at Greenhill, says they're open as a resource to all pets.
So far in the first day, we've seen just over 21 animals. We've seen 3 rabbits, 9 dogs, and 9 cats.
Good girl.
That includes pets who have lost their humans. Firefighters found this stray dog Wednesday morning. If you recognize her, reach out to the Greenhill Humane Society. For more information on resources for pet evacuations, head over to our website. Live outside Lane Event Center, I'm Keely McCormick.
All right, thanks for that report tonight, Keely. Now make sure to stay with us. NBC 16 News is working around the clock to keep you updated on wildfires across Oregon. We will continue our live coverage on the Holiday Farm Fire throughout the newscast. When we are not on air, make sure to visit our website, NBC16.com, our Facebook page at KMTR News, or download our app. We do have the very latest information on evacuation notices, containment levels, air quality, road closures, and resources to keep you and your family safe. Stay with us. We'll be back with more information. Welcome back. NBC 16 team coverage on wildfires across Oregon continues. The Holiday Farm Fire, now more than 105,000 acres, evacuated hundreds in Lane County. We are checking back in with our Lauren Negretti tonight, who joins us from the Silky Field Evacuation Center. Lauren.
Jacqueline, hey, I'm here, like you said, at the Silky Field Evacuation Center. Was formerly at Thurston High School. Now it's here. It's actually across from Springfield High School. But I'm here with Dan Isaacson. He is the operations coordinator here. So, Dan, what's going on? We have this huge line of community donations here.
Yes.
What is most, if people find it on their hearts to want to bring something, what is needed?
Believe it or not, toiletries, underwear, especially larger underwear, women's clothing, and antiseptic wipes, and anything to do with healthcare.
And how did this all come to be? How did you guys start this? Obviously, Red Cross was kind of intaking people and registering what they needed. How did you guys start this?
It was my day off. So the real important part is that the community came out to address the issues. One of the things that is in desperate need is actually mental health care. So if people have a background in counseling, there's a lot of folks who have lost their entire lives who are down here looking for some sort of solace. And someone just to sit them and hear them and be able to help them through their process would be a great help.
Perfect. And so obviously this has kind of just been going on. It's been a whole day process thing. How long will you guys be out here? What's the process for people to come down, whether it's donations or whether it's them, an evacuee?
Well, we'll be here until the fire stops, but the process is just come up, show up. We've got already organized for you. Check in with the front desk and we'll help you get through whatever you need and on your way.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dan.
Of course.
Is there anything else to say on the matter of just, like you said, what you've witnessed so far and the people that you've seen come through?
I think that the community has done a great job of coming out, and it really shows how powerful the community is. The community's hurting, and we need all the help we can get. It may seem like there's a lot of supplies out here, but it's about down to a half of what it was when I got here. So it is depleting, and it'd be nice to have a replenishment. So anything will help.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dan. Well, you heard him. We are right here at Silky Field, right next to the Springfield High School. Come on down and donate what you can. For now, Jacqueline, back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks so much for that report again tonight, Lauren. We appreciate it. Now here's a look at what it's like inside the Holiday Farm Fire. This video comes from volunteers with Junction City Fire and Rescue, and we're learning more about the destruction at a briefing today. Fire crews confirming most of the buildings in Blue River were destroyed. They did say Mackenzie High School was saved, as well as most of the structures in Vida. Now to evacuation orders across Lane County. The red areas on this map are level 3 go now evacuation orders. From the intersection of Thurston Road and Highway 126 to the Mackenzie Ranger Station, including all roads to the north and south of the highway, the Mohawk Valley north of the Mackenzie River, including areas around Marcola Road, Wendling Road, Upper Camp Creek and Camp Creek roads, and to the north in the Calapooya and Brush Creek areas near Sweet Home. Moving to level 2 beset notices now. Those are in yellow areas on the map. That includes the area west of Hill Road off Marcola Road and the Mackenzie Ranger Station to the Santiam Junction. Under level 1, beset notices tonight. Those areas in green including the Thurston area of Springfield from Bob Straub Road and Jasper Road east to Thurston Road at the Highway 126 intersection, as well as the Fall Creek, Winberry, and Lowell areas, and the Crawfordsville area to the north near Sweet Home. Also, here's a non-emergency call center number for you to call if you are being affected by the McKenzie fire. That number again on your screen, 541-682-3977. The call center is open until 10 p.m. tonight.
And now, Alan Matthews with weather.
Well, as we give you a live look, and now it gets blurred, of our Hyatt cam actually off Coburg Road and I-105. And normally you see that tree line behind I-105. Yeah, you could normally see much farther than that, but of course that smoke is really socking things in around the area. And we speak about that air quality, and we are still in that hazardous area for not only Eugene, Cottage Grove, but that even extends down to Roseburg. It looks like North Bend's air quality has gotten a little bit better as they are now into moderate, but again, we are seeing a lot of smoke filling the air right now. In fact, Eugene, our visibility still under a mile at half a mile, Roseburg at 0.8 of a mile, and Corvallis's visibility has improved just a little bit from the last half hour. They're now at 1.3 miles. Now, as far as we showed you the red flag warnings earlier in the newscast, and now we're going to concentrate on that air quality because we still have that air quality warning in effect for all the areas in kind of this light purplish, and that's going to be until noon tomorrow. And then there's the dense smoke advisory down to the south, including the Roseburg area, and that will be until 11 o'clock this evening, of course, dealing with the dense smoke down in that region. Now, the smoke has kept the temperatures down today, so 80 degrees right now in Eugene as well as Roseburg, 73 up in Corvallis, 76 right now in Junction City. You head out to the coast with the 61 in North Bend and 65 in Florence. It's been a long time since we've seen any rainfall, 34 days, so over a month since the last time Roseburg has seen any rainfall. Eugene and Coos Bay, they are getting into 3 weeks or close to 3 weeks since the last time we've seen rainfall, and even that rainfall not that significant in the hundredths of an inch. Not a lot to show you with the radar satellite. Of course, all that smoke just covering the area, and I think that's really what the radar satellite is picking up. And what we've seen over the last couple of days, again, the high pressure to the north of us, that low pressure on down to the south has been giving us that strong easterly flow. The good news is that that flow is starting to die on out, and as that low moves onshore, well, some good news there because we're going to start to get this onshore flow. We've been generally dealing with an offshore flow, and that onshore flow is really going to start on the coast, so I think they'll feel it more as they get into the afternoon tomorrow. I don't think we're going to really start to feel that until Friday and Saturday as that high pressure system starts to weaken, and then we've got another low pressure trough that's going to move in and hopefully bring us some precipitation as we get into next week. Future wind speeds, though, this is one of the good aspects that's going on right now because our wind speeds, you can see, are going to die down tonight and on into tomorrow, maybe picking up a little bit in the afternoon, but that will help the firefighting effort as we get those wind speeds dying down. Take a look at your forecast, though, and this is kind of a tough call because like the last couple of days, that smoke has really kept the temperatures down. So here in the Willamette Valley, we're going to be looking at highs in the low 80s again, depending on that smoke. Overnight lows will be in the low to mid 50s as far as the Eugene-Springfield area is concerned. We'll see hazy conditions over the next couple of days. You take a look at those temperatures over the weekend, though, things get back down to normal, and we'll be actually looking at the possibility of some rainfall to start out next week, just a 20-30% chance. As far as the south coast is concerned, temperatures will generally be in the 60s, maybe a few low 70s out there. And then for the Coos Bay area, also dealing with hazy conditions over the next couple of days. Temperatures get back into the upper 60s over the weekend with that chance of rain to start out next week. And then the Umpqua Valley again, smoke's going to play a factor in it. Temperatures could be in the mid to upper 90s tomorrow. Roseburg also dealing with hazy conditions over the next couple of days. Temperatures again getting back around average as they finish out the weekend on Sunday. And there is that possibility of some rainfall to start out next week. So the rainfall is going to be very welcome. Unfortunately, it's not coming soon enough to help with the firefighting effort, but at least the winds are starting to calm down, but we're still also dealing with low humidity levels. So there's just a lot of weather factors here, and it's just not breaking down quick enough.
Right, definitely. And I do want to take note, though, I mean, this is something that really is truly affecting all of us. I mean, even at the station, some of us, if you don't mind me saying so, Alan, I mean, you're right on that line, right? So I mean,
it's getting close. It's
right,
getting
it's
close.
getting
I've
close,
been keeping an eye on it. So
definitely. So you're there. We're giving you all the information that we have, and we live here too. So we're trying to keep you as updated as possible. Thanks so much, Alan. Well, our viewers have been helping us, sending in photos and videos to chime in since the holiday farm fire broke out. These are photos from Karen Farrell, Shane, Sarah from Rice Valley, some photos from Coos Bay and Roseburg. A lot of hazy skies out there. We can see oranges, even some reddish orange tints. There's some pinks and purples in that one. Now, if you have any photos or videos that you would like to share, please visit our website at nbc16.com/chime in and stay with us. We continue to bring you more information on the Holiday Farm fire after this break. Welcome back. To wrap things up now, this is what we know about the Holiday Farm fire. It's now 105,000 acres and still 0% contained. That's 4 times the size of Eugene. There are about 200 firefighters working to contain the fire. Fire officials say the fire is moving west-northwest and red flag conditions are still an issue. Now to evacuation orders across Lane County. The red areas on this map are level 3 go now evacuation orders. From the intersection of Thurston Road and Highway 126 to the McKenzie Ranger Station, including all roads to the north and south of the highway, the Mohawk Valley north of the McKenzie River, including areas around Marcola Road, Wendling Road, Upper Camp Creek and Camp Creek roads, and to the north in the Calapooya and Brush Creek areas near Sweet Home. Moving to level 2B set notices, those yellow areas on the map include the area west of Hill Road off Marcola Road and the McKenzie Ranger Station to the Santiam Junction. Under level 1B set notices tonight in green, those areas include the Thurston area of Springfield from Bob Straub Road and Jasper Road east to Thurston Road at the Highway 126 intersection, as well as the Fall Creek, Winberry, and Lowell areas in the Crawfordsville area to the north near Sweet Home. Now, of course, we do have updates all on our website. That's nbc16.com. Be sure to take a look, and we'll be back here at 6:30. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.